George Washington is of course famous to this day as the very first president of the USA. John Adams had the honour of being president number 2. He moved into the White House, Pennsylvania Avenue. The Declaration of Independence bears Thomas Jefferson's name. As its primary author, he's assured of endless fame. Before becoming president, James Madison led the fights to create a constitution and a Bill of Rights. With James Monroe in charge, we purchased Florida from Spain, and 5 new states came on board, including Illinois and Maine. John Quincy Adams was next to lead, as his dad had done. They were the first 2 presidents to be a father and a son. Andrew Jackson came to power in 1829. A strong supporter of federal law, he kept the states in line. In 1837, the economy collapsed, and Martin Van Buren's hopes for a second term were dashed. William Henry Harrison died almost straight away. Sadly, pneumonia killed him on his 32nd day. After some uncertainty, it finally was agreed that Vice President John Tyler would be the next to lead. What James Polk wanted most was for the US to expand, and while he was the leader, we gained a lot of land. Zachary Taylor was famous for his military career. He sadly died in office after just over 1 year. Millard Fillmore came to power when Taylor passed away. His compromise of 1850 kept civil war at bay. Franklin Pierce was a handsome man who tried his very best, but when looking at his presidency, historians aren't impressed. James Buchanan really wasn't very good at leading. His lack of action led towards the southern states seceding. Abraham Lincoln was a man of intelligence and bravery. He led the nation through civil war and helped abolish slavery. Andrew Johnson was impeached in 1868. He is one of just 2 presidents to suffer such a fate. Ulysses S. Grant had become famous in the war. He led the Union Army from 1864. The next president elected was Rutherford B. Hayes, but the manner of his victory caused eyebrows to be raised. James A. Garfield was president in 1881, but he sadly died in office via an assassin's gun. Chester Arthur then took over. No one thought he would excel, but to everyone's surprise, he actually did quite well. Grover Cleveland won the vote in 1884. He was voted out in 88, but soon came back for more. Benjamin Harrison started to bring big business into line. He was in fact the grandson of President number 9. After the next election, Grover Cleveland was back, but the stock market crashed and he took a lot of flack. William McKinley died in office in 1901. Sadly, he was the 3rd to be shot by an assassin's gun. Teddy Roosevelt took charge with the nation bound for glory. But that is for another time when we finish off this story.